I feel like my generation is made up of a bunch of ignorant robots. They think that because they read it on Tumblr or BuzzFeed that it must be true. It is so frustrating to feel that you are the only sane, logical person in the room who thinks with a level head based on facts, looking at both sides of the issue, and is willing to discuss it with an opposing side. I am by no means a know-it-all. In fact, I love learning and accept the fact that I still have a lot of lessons to learn in my life. I'm also very aware that I'm not always right. But trust me, even when it comes to making small purchases off of Amazon, I do my research. And most importantly, I think about it more than once. I hate going into an argument without having facts, because there's nothing more satisfying to me than the sweet taste of victory after you just crush someone in a debate using solid facts and reasoning to prove your point. What frustrates me the most is that a lot of millennials don't think this way. They think that by calling you a racist, homophobic, ableist, misogynistic, transphobic, Islamophobic, rape apologist is a way to end an argument. Worst of all, media outlets and companies have succumbed to the social justice warriors and feminists, which as a result has taught them that these quote-unquote arguments win. These attitudes and worldviews such as toxic masculinity and that every white person is racist, all cisgender people are transphobic, and all men are misogynistic have raised a generation of entitled crybabies who have such deep self-hatred. They have no idea of basic biology, differences between the sexes, and basic human psychology. In fact, they don't believe in the science that proves them wrong because it was created by the cis white male patriarchy. If these attitudes don't change, I fear that Western civilization will fall. In fact, in places like Europe, the decline is already happening. Unless people are willing to question, willing to think deeply, and willing to work hard, the world will not prosper. The world will grow to be corrupt, greedy, and lifeless. There will be no more Albert Einsteins or Martin Luther Kings. There will be no more inventors, and no more people who dare to think outside of their impression bubbles. In school, they teach us trig. They teach us about slavery. They even teach us that sharing is caring. But what they fail to teach is how to think deeply. I always ask myself why. Why am I libertarian? Why do I not support socialism? Why am I anti-feminist? All I see from this generation is entitled, whiny brats with a victim complex who have no idea how lucky they are to live in countries that allow them all of their freedoms. In fact, they are fighting for censorship, an authoritarian government which hundreds of thousands of people have died to get rid of, and to protect the freedoms that we now have. Dear Millennials, white people are not the problem. Patriarchy is not the problem. You, whiny, entitled Millennials, are the problem.